Welcome back to my channel. My name is Belle and this is the Belle Perspective, and today we're going to be reviewing episode 4 of the latest season of Ready to Love. Y'all know I done forgot the season. It's probably like 6 or 7. I'm not sure. I forgot. Anyway, I also, disclaimer, may forget some things because I was not able to rewatch episode 4, the last episode. So I may be skipping over a couple things, but please charge it to my heart and my DVR and not my, what is it? Sorry, no, to my head and my DVR, not my heart, okay? Let's get into it. So the episode opens up, the men have the power, they're meeting at the lounge with Tommy, and Tommy is saying, take these women out on dates, romance them, take them out on a date, spend money on them. Justice? I don't think this is for you, boo. I think that you need to roll. I think you need to log off, baby. Log off for us, okay? Because you can't afford it, right? I'm so tired of Justice. Justice should have gone home. So this was a cliffhanger from before. Brandy went to meet with Alonzo, aka Zoe. Zoe never showed up, so obviously he eliminated himself. And again, that's from the previous episode, episode 3. It should have been Justice on the block. I mean, Zoe was acting a little off kilter as well, but I feel like both of them should have gone home. Because Justice, it doesn't make sense. If you don't have money to spend, log off. You shouldn't be dating. You need to be focusing on making sure that you have enough money to have for yourself. But that's a whole nother conversation. Anyway, so LJ plans a date for Charisse and they go salsa dancing, which is really cute, very refreshing. He brings her these beautiful flowers. Absolutely love them. It was so pretty. It's never out of style to bring a girl flowers. It's always cool. It's always cute. Very, very sweet. So I really appreciated him bringing flowers to Charisse. I saw that he was trying to put in an effort to have a conversation with her. I don't feel like Charisse was really trying to have that really trying to put in effort on her end. And that may be because she already knows that LJ really is probably just putting on airs. I don't know. From the first episode to this episode, I've actually grown a liking for Charisse and I've grown a respect for her. So, you know, I'm gonna let her have that. I'm gonna trust her judgment when it comes to LJ and her not giving him a whole lot. Because I feel like she's kept it real so far. So we'll see how this goes. Okay, so Jamala and Randall. When I tell you that I cringed, I cringed a couple times for Jamala because, first of all, she was just acting kind of thirsty towards him. Like begging for him to acknowledge her, and it just seemed thirsty. Now, that may not have been what was happening, but that's definitely the vibe that I was getting from the way that it was edited and the way it was presented. It just seemed like Jamala was vying for him to compliment her, tell her where they were in the process. It just seemed it seemed very cringy, which I don't understand why Jamala is not always looking for options as well. Jamala, just like Randall, needs to be looking for other options as well. And it just screams that she has no other options, and Randall is her only one. They go candle making. He takes her out on a date. They go to candle making. They're having conversation. It seems like natural conversation, but then they talk about naming the candle, and they name the candle Olive Juice. Now, I've heard and I've seen what olive juice could typically mean, and I'm like, why are you talking about love? You don't even know him. Like, it just seemed like she was vying for more than what really was needed in the date. I cringed. Then I felt secondhand embarrassment. Then she asked him, does he see himself falling in love? Does he see love, girl, it was just too much. too soon. And I was the secondhand embarrassment of justice, but Shakyra and Swayze link up. I'm getting things mixed up, y'all. I didn't get a chance to watch the episode again. I'm sorry. But, okay, so here's what irritated me about Shakyra. Shakyra had an opportunity to talk to Swayze and get to know him for him. And instead of doing that, because she's such an insecure woman, and she uses what she's gone through, she uses those instances as ways to garnish attention and sympathy, and it just is such a turn off. It's like, girl, like, you out of all the things to talk about, that's what you talk about with Swayze? That's all you talk about? And he immediately was like, she's really hurt. I don't think she's ready. She isn't. I'm so glad she gets voted off. Spoiler alert. She gets voted off. She goes home. She needs to go home. It's just ridiculous the way that she had that opportunity to talk to Swayze, get to know him for him, and she brings up the fact that Katie was telling people her business and that she was crying and so emotional about, like, girl, it's a game show, and I'm not saying that Katie was right. I am saying you need to move on. And using that as a way to garnish attention or affection from other people is not the way. And I think that that's what Shakyra does. Anyway, Kayla goes on a date with Mike. Kayla, I need you to start plucking your wigs. And y'all can't, you see these braids is old. Charlie went to the beach and they looking crazy. But I know I'm going to get my hair done again, right? And I'm not getting on TV. I was going to say, yeah, I'm getting on camera. I am on camera, but I'm not getting on national TV, okay? Kayla, I need you to start plucking them wigs. It was a lot in the hair going on. Pluck them, because it gets on my nerves, and it makes her look old. It makes you look older than you really are. She goes on a date with Mike. I'm not here for Mike. I don't see it for him. They're playing pool, and Mike decides that he wants to bet her, right? So it looks like she wins, and they're gonna bet for kisses. I guess that was his idea. She ends up winning, right? Then he says to her he doesn't want to kiss her because he doesn't know where her mouth has been because she's been kissing other people. And it's like he wants to just poke holes in her. Poke holes in all the women that he's talking to make them feel a certain way and make them feel like they need to get in line with what he's got going on. It's just so weird. Anyway, I'm glad eventually Kayla pulls his card and says, you want me to show you me, but you're not willing to show you to me. And that is exactly the case, because he then grills her about the people she's talking to, who she's interested in, but he's not talking about the people that he might need to go. It's time for you to go. Okay, so then let's sum it up, because I forgot a lot that happened in the episode. It really wasn't that memorable. I watched it for you. Thank you. You're welcome. Okay, so they have like a round robin, roundhouse kick kind of thing, very reminiscent of the season before, and everybody basically gets to air their grievances out in the open for everybody. Shakyra, of course, has to talk about how Katie made her feel like she was, betrayed, and a woman doesn't do that. And Katie was like, go ahead and say what you say. Are you talking about me? And she was like, Shakyra, we're not going to play that game. You know I'm talking about you. It's like, girl, why do you have to make this a thing? Like, move on. I'm not saying that what she did was right. What I am saying is that giving her more airtime is probably not in your best interest. And that's exactly why you got voted off. It was annoying. I'm like, if I was Katie and I probably would have did the same thing and cussed the ass out, I probably would have did the same thing. Like, girl, stop. It's not serious. And I don't even think Katie was doing it out of spite. And at this point, now she's like, well, bitch, Anyway, so Jamala calls out Randall. Again, to me, it felt like Jamala wants answers. She wants him to choose right now. She wouldn't be having all these questions if she had her own somebody else that she was checking out. If she was dealing and doing her own thing, she wouldn't be pressing Randall. And it just looks very thirsty. This is not the game you play. You don't play that game, not on this show, because it never works. I think Brandy calls out Samson and all his gift giving, which I totally get. I think Samson is a chameleon almost, where he, again, you know, he's able to play whatever hand you deal him because he just knows how to handle people. Again, I don't know if he's trash, but I would caution away from him. I would use caution with him. Again, that these people think that Tommy's been married for 20 plus years, that is a lie. He has only been married for 8 years. He's been with her for a long ass time, but he is not. He's been with her for 20 years, but he has not been married. Look at my notes. I don't have anything else. That is all I have to say. I'm glad Shakyra's gone. I think she's a lovely person. I think she's absolutely gorgeous. I think she needs some therapy. I think that she needs to not be using her partner as a therapist. I think she needs to be looking for a professional therapist and pay a copay. I think Mike needs to go. Mike is one of those men who has been socialized to perform, or I'm sorry, socialized to relate to women in a negative way. Justice needs to go home. He broke, and he has also been socialized to interact and relate to women in a negative way, where he feels like he is the prize, and that is just not the case. Especially when you have no money, because if you are wanting someone to treat you like a king and all this other stuff, but you do not provide for your subjects, you get no kingdom. Okay, you get no kingdom. You get no subjects. You hear what I'm saying? You have no resources. No one. He trying to hold up. I just feel so sad for the women. Looney, get away from Justice. Get away from him, because he ain't worth the damn. Anyway, that's all I got. I don't have no more. If you watch this video in its entirety, you might as well subscribe to my channel. I'd love to have you here. Anywho, thank you so much. My name is Belle. This has been the Belle Perspective. Get down in the comments. Let me know what you think about Ready to Love and all the castmates. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? I'd love to find out. Anyway, I will talk to you soon. Take care.